Welcome back to Estela Lugo's channel. Today, we will continue talking with the architect Kasia, who will teach us more about the fascinating world of the architecture. Hello, Kasia.
Hello, Stella. I'm glad to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me here again.
Oh, yes, it's lovely. For me, it's a pleasure. um, I want to ask you, why architecture? What inspired you to become an architect?
Well, I was always fascinated with buildability and the world of construction since I was a child. Partially because my grandparents built their house, and I had an opportunity to kind of run around the house and play with bricks and mortar and things like that. So that was really like the first connection I had with architecture. Then things moving to sort of fashion making my own clothes, experimenting, and then painting. And so I think all of that really led me into a path of architecture quite naturally.
Oh, that's something important. What skills an architect should have?
Quite few. I mean, starting with obviously the skill of sketching, and having a passion for drawing, and kind of having a vision of like the buildability and sort of 3D dimensional world. But also more practical things like planning, and further down your experience and sort of education, things like more technical understanding of the buildability world. So it's quite complex, and it's quite a lot of skills to be involved, but the most important thing is the vision. I think vision and passion.
Vision and passion. Pay attention. The people want to study architecture. Architecture. Oh, for me, it's difficult to pronounce that word, but okay, do you understand me? Okay. I mentioned in 2018 you were interviewed by one of the most important magazine, the
Architects
Architect
Journal.
Journal. Yes. Why was that?
So this, at that time, there was an initiative to sort of find women in architecture of different ages. So there was a sort of a general selection of women in architecture industry across the country, really, not just in London. And I was really lucky being selected, from the company that I was at that time employed. It was a bit of a gamble because obviously we didn't know if my article or would be chosen to be published, but it was. So luckily enough, I was very proud to kind of represent women in architecture, at least from the company that I was working at. So it was a great privilege, I must say, to be published, as a young architect and as a young woman in architecture.
Yes, good. Did you work with many women in your practice?
I not personally, like I wasn't involved with sort of senior female architects, but I work with junior architects. So I mean the industry, there is sort of 50-50 of female and male architects, which is fantastic. There is a good blend
50-50.
absolutely. Sort of speaking from my experience, that there is a very, very good blend between sort of male and female architects. So I work with few, but most of the time I work with men. It's just happened like that.
Yes.
It was just
Yes, it's
a coincidence really that I was just being put on projects, but I was working with men. But I came across many women in the field.
okay, good. I have something, another question. Apart of Gaudí, do you have another architect that have you admire?
There is another architect that I really love his work, and this is due to the color that he's using. Maybe because he's a Latin architect. He's from Mexico.
Oh.
His name is Luis Barragan. One of my favorite of his project is his house actually in Mexico. It's called Casa Barragan. It's a house that he bought from someone else, and he throughout the years he was making a lot of alterations and renovations and changes. But what I love about his architecture is just the use of bold colors. So lots of bright pinks or bright yellows and bright blues, and it's fantastic composition what he does.
Do you think we can see some of pictures of him, of his job? Will be interesting for us
Yes, of
to
course.
know about another nice architect. Well, maybe many people know him, but I will confess, I should confess, I didn't know about him.
Yes, no, absolutely.
Okay.
I think we might be able to see the image, one of the images on screen
Yes,
now.
put in the screen some image. Yes.
Exactly.
For example, this picture, this image.
So this image is a external photo of the house and how the external walls are actually working together in conjunctions with the color and the pool. So you can see, bright, vivid colors, and
Yes.
very simplistic. It's an example of a modernist architecture. He was
Okay.
one of the pioneers of modernist movement back in the day, sort of in the beginning of the last century. There is also another photo that I would like to share with you, which is just a snapshot of
Okay.
how the house looks inside, and you might be able to see it on the screen now.
Yes.
It's just a photograph of sort of a staircase, very sort of simple staircase arrangement, but it kind of shows you, how he worked and what he designed. He designed the staircase, he kind of arranged the spaces inside in a very simple way, but very interesting way as well.
Yes.
And again, by using the color,
Yes.
furniture making as well. So it's a fantastic example of a modernist architecture.
This is one of the
open
most
spaces.
well-known in America. No, in Latin America.
He is well known in Latin America. I mean, he hasn't really been recognized throughout his lifetime. He was kind of recognized at the end of his life, in the 70s, I believe that what it was. I mean, that house also is part of the UNESCO heritage by now. So obviously it took a little bit of time to get that building recognized. But by now he is well known. I mean, I certainly have heard of him. We don't really study him in Europe. I haven't heard of him when I was at university, but you do come across him in the professional world.
Good, thank you. Okay, Kasia, I think the time maybe is running out now. I would like
Sadly.
to continue,
Of course.
continue with talking more about your career, but unfortunately the time is running. But the next episode, we will continue talking about her fascinated world. Is incredible, really. She has a lot of experience. Pues I noticed for the interview, they start working in 2007. It's years.
Many years, yes.
Many
It's
years
been over 15 years
working,
now.
Yes,
yes, long time.
That is nice. Thank you to you for watching us, and thank you for your comments, for your likes, for your subscription. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.